Hi guys, I hope that you're all doing really well. So today I have a fun video for you guys. I wanted to talk about fragrances that no longer fit my taste. Now, I want you guys to take this video with a very big pinch of salt because I know that I'm going to get comments that are going to be telling me, why did you recommend these to us then if you don't like them anymore, blah, blah, blah. But guys, this video is just for fun and I wanted to share with you guys the fragrances that I just haven't reached for in a really long time. And I do feel like it's because I don't really want to smell like that currently. It doesn't mean that in 1, 2, 3 years I'm not going to reach for those fragrances. Maybe I'm going to fall back in love with them, but right now they're just not what I want to smell like at this very moment. So please do not get your panties in a twist. We're just talking about fragrance. I still recommend these scents to a lot of people, and on a daily basis I get messages and I recommend these type of fragrances. It's just a fun video talking about how my style of perfume has changed recently. It's just a fun video and I wanted to kind of normalize change. It is extremely normal, you guys, to love a perfume 1 year and then the next year you don't really like it anymore, and then maybe 2 years later you fall back in love with it. It is extremely normal to fall in and out of love with perfumes. It's also really normal for your style to change. Maybe 1 year you're obsessed with gourmands, the next year you're obsessed with florals, the next year you cannot stand anything and you just want clean, musky scents. It is really normal for your style to change, and I really want us to normalize that topic. So I'm going to start out with a fragrance that I think a lot of you guys are going to be shocked and have your jaw on the floor, and it is God of Fire from Stephane Humbert. Now, by no means do I think that this is a bad fragrance. Any of the fragrances in this video, you can objectively think that a fragrance is absolutely fantastic, but also simultaneously not really want to wear it currently. And that is how I feel about God of Fire. I haven't worn this fragrance for a very long time, and it's not because I don't love it. Whenever I smell this fragrance, I do love it. However, it's just not what I want to smell like. And even during the summertime, like last year, I don't even think that I reached for God of Fire once. I think last summer I wanted a lot of clean musks and citruses and a little bit of florals. I didn't want anything super fruity or anything like that. So I just didn't find myself reaching for it. Although I think it is a fantastic mango fragrance. If you guys have never smelled it, it is extremely hyped on social media now. I see so many people on TikTok talking and owning God of Fire and Venom Incarnate from Stephane Humbert. And it is a fantastic scent. It's a very bright, fresh mango fragrance, very fizzy and uplifting. And it is really good, but it's just not my type of scent right now. Does it mean that I'll never wear it again? No, of course I'm going to wear this fragrance again when I'm craving it, but right now it's just not my style. So this is the first fragrance that I wanted to mention. I actually went through, I think, 1 full bottle, and this is my 2nd bottle or 3rd bottle, I forgot, but I went through so much of God of Fire and I have not much left in this bottle. I do love the scent. Objectively, I think it's fantastic, but it's just not my style right now. Another fragrance that I have recommended to a lot of you guys, and this one is actually quite popular from my videos. This is Gossip Night from Gritti. Now, Gossip Night, again, is so delicious and yummy and creamy and peachy, and it has this gorgeous caramel note with some whipped cream. And as you guys know, at the moment, all I want to wear is interesting fragrances that smell clean. I want stuff that is woody and I don't know, I just don't want to wear something like this. And again, I think it smells amazing. When I smell it, my eyes roll back in my head and I say, it smells so good, but it's just, I just cannot see myself reaching for this fragrance. I actually didn't wear Gossip Night the entire 2024, but it was actually one of my favorite releases in 2023. So that is telling you guys that you can easily kind of change your taste from year to year, and probably maybe next year or the year after I'm gonna fall back in love with it. But right now, It just really isn't the type of scent that I'm gravitating towards whatsoever, but it smells so good. It is a really delicious whipped cream with peaches and some caramel, a bit of coconut as well, so it does pull slightly summery, but it's just, yeah, it's just not what I want to wear right now. And what can I say? Let's talk about another blue bottle. We have Erba Pura from Xerjoff. Now, I want to say something first of all. I have never claimed that this is my favorite Xerjoff fragrance ever in any of my videos. I really loved this fragrance for a very superficial reason. And that was because I always got a comment when I wore this fragrance. Like, you guys, I am telling you, and if you own Erba Pura, maybe you've experienced it yourself, but there is something extremely catchy about this DNA that people just really seem to love and to comment on. Like, oh, you smell good. Oh, what's your perfume? It's very catchy. However, it is not at all my style, and it never has been my style. This really fruity, kind of fruity, musky, like dry, woody scent is really not my taste at all. But I loved getting all of the compliments when I would wear this fragrance. Like, literally every time I wore this, somebody would tell me I smelled amazing. So for me, the reason that I was wearing this was a very superficial reason, and I cannot bring myself to wearing Erba Pura. Not because I think it's a disgusting fragrance or anything like that. It's just not what I want to smell like. It's very intense, it's very strong, it's very potent, and it has a very distinct characteristic about it, and it's just not at all what I want to smell like right now. So you will not catch me wearing this. I probably haven't worn Erba Pura in almost 2 years, I would say. Like, I really haven't worn this one a lot, but I will always recommend it as a really strong, fruity, like musky, dry, woody scent that gets a lot of compliments. Like, it is really good at what it was created to do, but it's just not my style at all, you guys. So yeah, I haven't worn this one for a long time, and I do not see myself wearing that anytime soon. This one hurts me, and I kind of tossed around the idea of not including this fragrance in the video because I do love it, and actually when I smell it, I feel like happy and I feel really good. This is Ce Soir from BDK Parfums. Now, you guys know I've recommended this fragrance for a long time, and something that I love about this scent is how much Pierre loves this fragrance on me. It really was one of his favorite fragrances on me. I say was because each time that I've worn this fragrance recently, he hasn't really said anything about it. He hasn't really complimented me or anything like that. So I know that he was a really big fan of this scent on me a couple of years ago. And that's kind of why I loved this fragrance so much. From BDK, my personal favorite is Gris Charnel. Like, by far, the original Gris Charnel is a beautiful fragrance. It's really my fragrance. But Ce Soir, I only really started to wear it because of how much Pierre liked it on me. And I do love this fragrance. Like, it smells very flirtatious to me. That is the word that I would use to describe this scent. It smells youthful and flirtatious, and it's energetic, and it's very sexy, and it's feminine. It smells so good. It's a sweet, slightly spiced floral that feels really airy, and it's beautiful. But once again, it's just not the type of scent that I want to wear nowadays. Like, I really feel like I've grown out of this fragrance, but that definitely doesn't mean that I won't wear it again. There will be a day where I crave Ce Soir and I want to wear it. But right now, it's just not the type of scent that I'm gravitating towards. But with that being said, I would never not have this fragrance in my collection because I do really love it, and it makes me happy when I smell it. Like, it really lifts my mood. It makes me feel flirty and fun. So I would never get rid of this fragrance, but it's just something I have not reached for this DNA in a long time, you guys. Another fragrance that I have not worn in a minute, probably about, I would say, 3 years maybe. This is Manakara from Indult, Paris. Now, this fragrance became really popular on TikTok recently, but I have had this in my collection for a long time. Manakara is a very, very sweet, very feminine, vanillic rose. It is the epitome of femininity, in my opinion. It's very sweet, it's vanillic, it's cozy, but you have this beautiful kind of tart, very feminine rose in here. It doesn't smell traditional, it doesn't smell, it's more of like that candied rose. It is really, really beautiful, but just not at all what I want to smell like. Manakara is such a beautiful feminine rose, but once again, discussing the topic of this video, I do feel like I've outgrown this fragrance. It doesn't mean I won't wear it again, I probably will, but right now it's just something I have not reached for this fragrance in a really long time. A really, really long time. So yeah, this one definitely doesn't really fit my taste anymore, but it is a great scent. Another beastly fragrance that I have not worn, you guys, in years. In fact, I do not remember the last time I wore this scent. This is Oud For Greatness from Initio. Now, I feel like all of us that were wearing Oud For Greatness many, many years ago have kind of stopped wearing it now and have gone through like an Oud For Greatness burnout or something, because for me, this is really not, and I can say that with my chest, this is not my type of scent anymore. When it first came out, I was one of the first people to review this fragrance and I loved Oud For Greatness. This was intoxicating and I was obsessed with this scent. I was wearing it non-stop when I first got Oud For Greatness. I believe it came out in 2019 if I'm not wrong, but I was hooked on this fragrance and I could not stop recommending it because to me, it was absolutely fantastic. This to me is a twist on Baccarat Rouge, but a twist that takes it in its own direction, which is really interesting. If you've never smelled Oud For Greatness, you definitely have that prominent sweet saffron note mixed with a dry, smoky oud accord in here. So it feels very dry, woody, mysterious, smoky, sweet. It is a very complex and interesting scent. However, this is really I cannot wear Oud For Greatness anymore myself. It's really not my style, and I find it to be honestly too strong for me. I have realized recently that I am not the biggest fan of really, really strong fragrances anymore. I'm no longer searching for fragrances that last 15 hours. I'm no longer searching for beast mode projecting fragrances. Like, that's just not what I want to smell like. So for me, Oud For Greatness, just the DNA, the power, everything about it is just not for me anymore. But I still recommend it. Like if a guy comes to me and he's like, I want a really strong oud fragrance that is smoky and not animalic at all, that is punchy, that is loud, I would recommend Oud For Greatness. But with that being said, it's just not something I want to wear at all. Like at all. Another fragrance that I think you guys were going to be a bit shocked about is La Capitale from Xerjoff. Now, La Capitale, this is my second bottle of it. Like I drained my first bottle and I recommended it so much on my social media. So many people bought La Capitale because of me and it is really popular on social media now. But La Capitale, I think it's the red fruits. I really don't love red fruits anymore, and don't get me wrong, objectively this is a great scent and something that if somebody came to me again and was like, I want something sexy, I want something fruity, I want something sweet and mysterious, La Capitale, I would recommend straight away. But for me, I don't know, it's just not at all what I want to wear, and I probably didn't wear this fragrance my entire 2023. And actually I will tell you guys something, but it's not anything against the brand. I love the brand, you guys know, but I really didn't reach for my Xerjoff fragrances in 2023. I was mostly wearing like Diptyque. I was mostly wearing, what else? Like, I don't know, like just other stuff. I was not reaching for my Xerjoffs as much this last year. But yeah, La Capitale, I think it's the mix of the red fruits with the leather, and it feels very, very, very sweet and almost cloying in a way, but in a good way. And I just did not want to wear that this year. I didn't want to wear anything too strong. I didn't want to wear anything too sweet. And I found this fragrance to be a little bit too sweet for me this year, which was interesting. So yeah, La Capitale, another one that got me so many compliments when I would wear it. Everyone would ask me what I'm wearing. Everybody would tell me I'm smelling good, but I really just didn't want to wear this year. So yeah, that is it. Another super popular fragrance on social media. This is 100 Silent Ways from Nishane. You can see my bottle. I wore this one a lot in the past. I don't think it smells bad. I think it actually smells really, really good. To me, 100 Silent Ways is what I would define an entry niche fragrance as. There are a couple of fragrances that I would classify entry niche, one being Roses Vanille by Manakara, 100 Silent Ways from Nishane, Intense Cafe from Montal. There are quite a lot of fragrances I would consider entry niche, and this is one of them. But I don't know, like there's just something so not special about this scent. Like it smells really good, but it just doesn't smell like a Nishane to me. This smells like it could be bottled up in, I don't know, a Manakara bottle, a designer bottle. It's just not special for me personally, even though I think it smells really, really good. And again, coming back to what I didn't want to wear, I didn't want something super sweet this year. And I really feel like 100 Silent Ways is very, very, very sweet and intense for me. Mixed with those florals, mixed with that fruitiness, I feel like it was just a little bit overwhelming for me. So yeah, this was definitely a fragrance that I didn't reach for at all. But I'm kind of, you know, I'm pretty close to the end, so maybe I should just try to finish it. So that is it, guys. Thank you so much for watching this video. Let me know in the comments, what is a fragrance that you guys wore maybe last year or the year before that you just don't want to wear anymore, or you don't see yourself wearing it, or you feel like you've grown out of, or a fragrance like olfactive family that you just don't really vibe with anymore. Tell me in the comments. I really want to know. And let me know if you want another one of these videos, because I do have a couple of other fragrances in my collection that I used to wear that I don't really like so much anymore. There are even more fragrances that I used to wear, I used to love, that I still wear and love to this day. So let me know, guys, if you want the opposite version of this video, and I can share with you fragrances that I used to wear but I smell right now and I still love them and I still want to wear them and I still F with them. I can do that as well. So let me know, guys. I love you so much, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.